Hello everybody! Today we have a banger of an upload today. Best loadout against the automatons. Let's get right into it. Starting off with the primary, we're going with the Scorcher. Pretty easy pick, not too hard to understand why. It's probably the best gun in the entire game, range-wise, medium to long range, even short range. Basically good against both factions, as a matter of fact. Just not much to worry about. You could also trade this out for the Dominator if you so choose, and in terms of armor, that's going to benefit us later on. It's just a really good pick. We'll get into the armor later here, but you'll understand why I picked these two weapons in a minute. If you don't have either of these two unlocked, beginner guns, you're going to want to go with the Punisher, the Slugger, or the SG-225 Breaker. If you don't want to do shotguns, the Defender is always a good pick for beginners, and the Diligence Counter Sniper is a good gun also. If you're starting out, just rock these two. They're really good against Devastators and rocket troops. And they're a good substitute. Just trust me. Moving on to the secondary, the grenade pistol is not gonna be a part of this loadout. I know, real shocker here, real shocker. The Senator is the way to go. Again, if you don't have the Senator unlocked, pick the Redeemer. It's a good pistol. If you want to be fancy and you got all the stuff unlocked, go with the Bushwhacker and just style on the bots. Who cares at this point? The Verdict, why are you using the Verdict? Just use the Senator. It's a better gun, alright? For our grenades, we are going to want to go with the Stun Grenade. Easily the best throwable in the game. It can do so much. It's just a great item to have at all times. I almost never am out of these things because of how rare I use them, but when I do use them, they really do come in clutch. If you don't got the stuns unlocked, you're gonna want to go with the Impact Grenade, or alternatively, you can go with the Incendiary Impact. These two are both really good grenades, or if you don't got either of those unlocked, you can just go with the standard high explosive grenade. Those are the grenades I would recommend for this build. Moving on to the armor perk, there's a lot of good armor passive perks you can have in this. My personal favorite is the Jaguar, because we are going to be using heavy duty weaponry in this build. For example, the Jar Dominator, if you want to rock that. I personally kind of switch back and forth between the Scorcher and the Dominator, but hey, you know, it doesn't really matter at this point. You could also rock the Fortified perk. Either or, really good picks, and if you're getting tired of that, just rock the Democracy Protects perk. It's a great passive. I use it from time to time. It doesn't really work half the time, but when it does, you feel really cool, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, is feeling cool. Also, I would not recommend going using the light armor perks. You'll get destroyed. Don't try that. Believe me, heavy duty armor and medium armor are the way to go against the bots, never light. If you can rock light armor, then you're just really cool. I don't know what to tell you. Moving on to the cape, the Fallen Heroes Vengeance cape is the way to go. If you don't have one, then you just can't rock this loadout. You're just not equipped. I'm just kidding. I'm just wanted to show this off. You guys are cool if whatever cape you rock. Don't worry about this one. Moving on to the boosters, you're gonna want to make sure you rock the Vitality Enhancement. I rock this every single time someone's not rocking it. It's one of the first things you unlocked. It's just Juggernaut from COD Zombies, okay? Always rock this perk no matter what. If someone's already using it, then go for the Hellpod Space Optimization. More ammo is always a good idea. More ammo is it's never not a good idea. After that, I would recommend the Stamina Enhancement if no one else is rocking it. It's a good perk, can't go wrong. Can't not use it, it's just good. Fourth perk, the Experimental Infusion. It's a good perk. I'd use it, but obviously not everybody has this perk unlocked. If you're a beginner, then just go back to rocking Vitality Enhancement. It's a good perk already. Other than that, I'd rock Localized Confusion and or UAV Recon Booster, probably preferably. the UAV recon booster. I don't know what this does, but it sounds good on paper, so just one of these two is also a good pick. In terms of the stratagems, the autocannon is by far the best stratagem in the game for the bots. It's the best against everything. It's the jack of all trades, if you will. Plus, if you are rocking the peak physique armor passive, this gun is just going to feel incredible. It's going to feel so smooth. For example, the autocannon, it can 2-shot just about anything. It can 6-shot a factory strider if you hit all 6 shots in the eye. Obviously, striders, it can 2-shot. Devastators, it can reliably 2-shot. It just dominates the battlefield. This is what you want. When you got 5-10 berserkers up in your grill, you're going to want to use this thing. There's no time for precision if you're using, say, the anti-material rifle, alright? This is what you need, plus you get more ammo. Who doesn't want more ammo? The next stratagem we got is the Eagle Airstrike, the best airstrike probably in the entire game. It can just do so much for so little. It's just perfect. Perfect. Can reliably take down hordes of bots if you angle it right. This is the only airstrike we're going to have in this build, and it's all we're ever going to need, because the next stratagem is the Orbital 380. This barrage, it's just too OP against the bots. You just chuck it into a base and walk away. It'll do the job for you, and on the rare chance that it doesn't, you just walk in and blow up the last factory. That's it. Done deal. It does take 240 seconds for it to come back, but that's a small price to pay. We got the airstrikes. Our last stratagem can be a bunch of things, but I personally like to go for the Orbital Precision Strike. It's just another Eagle Airstrike, but you don't have it on cooldown. You can just call this in whenever. 90 seconds, that's no time. The only time I would not recommend bringing this is if there's orbital scatter on your mission operation. If that's the case, then just go with the Orbital Rail Cannon Strike. It's a good pick, and it's less work. You just have to wait a little bit longer. If you don't like waiting and you just kind of want to, you know, bring whatever you can to the mix, then go for the Orbital Laser. You know? That doesn't have orbital scatter on. Well, it kind of does, but it doesn't really matter once you get it on the ground. If you don't want to rock Orbital Precision Strike when orbital scatter is off, then just rock the Orbital Gatling Barrage. 70-second cooldown time. It basically does as much damage as it. It just takes a little bit longer. It just takes a little bit longer than the Orbital Precision Strike. So that's going to do it for everything in today's video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications, and I will talk to you all next time.
I just landed in, just be mixing spot like Jamba Joe's. Different color chains, see my jewelry really selling fruits. And they choking, man, know the crackers wish it wasn't